It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Khalil Quickcard, and welcome back to the Community RPG Maker Project. If you are new here, add a mimic. Okay. Let's see, is there anything? Nope, okay. No reason not to add a mimic. So we have now added a mimic, made of slime. God damn it, noob. I'm not even done with my freaking intro. Obvious mimic. Made of slime. A little more green. And a little more green. A little more green. And it gives you battle against troop number 111. And troop 11 will be obvious mimic. Made of slime. Okay, there. A mimic made of slime has been added. Alright, anyway. Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to the Community RPG Maker Project. I'm Coil Quickcard. If this is your first time here, I have been for more than the past year slowly building a game in RPG Maker using as many suggestions and ideas from the community as possible. If you are interested in being a part in this project, it is super easy. All you have to do is leave a comment with your ideas. Leave a comment, chat live, or I've got a link down in the description for a Discord channel for the community. You can always talk about things there. I am not going to be picky about where we accept suggestions from. Anyway, last time I was feeling a bit under the weather. I am feeling much better this week, so we're going to shoot for around-ish 3 hours or so. It's going to depend on, you know, what we're doing, what we get done today. Wait, I got a fun idea. What about a murder mystery side story bit? We can find some way to do that. It's going to be an absolute nightmare, but it's absolutely within the realm of possibilities. So last time, the only thing I really did was build this new map, which is accessed from this lovely mountain right here. And basically, you go to this mountain, you fight a boss, and you get a hookshot, which you will be able to use to traverse around this part of the game by shooting a hookshot to connect and cross gaps. And then the hookshot will specifically connect to these kinds of pillory things. So, there's actually a fair amount that I would like to get done today. So first things first, let's work on a little bit of a to-do list for today. I do want to... My big thing for today is to design the swamp in front of Pepsi Land. I want to get, like, my first swamp map made. That's important. Other things I want to do include designing the inn and shops for the Batfolk village. Have the NPC Batfolk who leads you toward the mountains, and design the NPC interaction in the mountains to get the hookshot, add the hookshot key item, just so that there actually is a key item associated with this. Got Zygarde today! Oh, congratulations! That's wonderful news. I hope you have a great time with Zygarde. Noob asking who got killed. We don't know yet. The murder mystery side story is not going to be on the agenda for today. And another thing we might start doing is designing a few, at least coming up with the numbers for a few of the items that are going to be found in this part of the game. We can definitely have those split around different areas. So, come up with numbers for Jungle Tier 1 items. Okay, so here are our objectives for today. The easiest one we can do is obviously just designing the hookshot key item. We can knock that out in just a couple seconds. It doesn't really matter where we put it. This thing... Is it the monster itself that drops the dunce flower? Yes, it is. Okay. So, Aubrey! Also, that looks really pretty. Oh, thank you, Aubrey. I appreciate that. And Noob, since you're apparently going to be having us add mimics, we can also have a thing where somebody you can give dunce flowers to for a reward. That's definitely a thing we can do. Can there be a random Snow White cat on this mountain? Add a cat to the mountain. I think I've got a default asset for that. That's a black cat. That's a black cat. We can easily do a chroma correction. I mean, I am needing to make the magic cats as well. Who's albino? We're just going to put it there. We're not going to worry too much about the mechanics of how or why. Anyway, item. Yes, dunce flower. And we're just going to put this here. This is going to be the hookshot key item. Doesn't actually do anything. And not sellable. Can never be used. That is all good. What icon looks appropriate for a hook shot? Screw it, the shovel. A special device for crossing small gaps if there are valid targets on the other side. Okay. So the hook shot has been designed. Do an arrow. Do I have one that's just a regular arrow? I don't think I have one that's just a regular arrow. There's a syringe. The calligraphy pen looks pretty good. This hooked cane could potentially fill the role. Do a pick then. No. I don't have the pixel art skills to be making these things on my own. You know what? We're just going to go with the calligraphy pen. It does look like some kind of a wand with a sharp tip and what could be a button. So, I think it works. Pickaxe? You think that you think that looks more like a hook shot, huh? I think it's much more immediately recognizable for what it's supposed to be. It has two parts. It can pull. I'm sticking with the calligraphy pen. That is my decision. Alright. Let's do a bit of quick work here. So, the inn. This is going to be the inn. So I do need an NPC whose page I can copy. Okay. So when Batfolk Interior 1 is active, this person will appear as an NPC. And I guess we will go with this one. Because you are NPC 1, you are NPC 2. We're just going to go in order so that we can easily keep track of what we have and haven't done. So you're actually going to be NPC 3. And you are going to offer a stay for 100 bottle caps a night. Play all that. Okay. We now have an inn. So that is good. This can definitely be like a weapon shop. 100 caps, you serious? Yes. Okay. So, one of the important things I want to do is to sort of divide the new equipment for this part of the game between the Catfolk and the Batfolk village. So, one of them is much more... 100 caps is like nothing. Exactly. So, I think one of them should focus on the light stuff. The light and the magic stuff, and then the other should focus on, like, the heavier, more physically inclined stuff. Did I ever actually specify which was which? The bat folk and the cat folk. Aren't the cat folk the magical ones? That would make sense with the direction of the story. So the bat folk are going to be the more physically inclined. So the latest thing we had was the Sword of Kings. So we don't need a sword here. And then the Capbow was the Welding Spritzel. So let's put in a new bow. And we're going to have a power of 55. Honestly, let's make that like 57. Let's really ramp up our numbers here. So 57 welding spritzel is 2,000. This new bow. Interesting. Are the bats Dracula? Not really. But we are just going to have a nice bow here. Which uses the piercing animation. We're going to set the price at 3,500. This stuff's going to be a lot more expensive. Attack element, physical, doesn't increase the critical rate. Okay. Can we make the water somewhat acidic and have a sour taste, considering it's the body of the fish? Sure, that is now canon. What do I want to call this thing? I need a good name for this bow weapon. And while we work on that, we can also work on the heavier cap mail armor. The shield can go up to 26 that they will sell here. The cap mail armor, let's see. Our general armor was 35, so we can make this 41. And the cap mail head armor, general head armor was at 19, so we can make this 23. Got an idea for the new Dragon Core. That's great, but let's try to keep our general focus right now on what we are trying to accomplish. So they can sell the bow, the heavy armor, and a shield. So this new bow can be the Master Moke Battling Bow. Okay, that's good. That's the only weapon that they sell. The boulder shield... we're going to keep a 10% block. How do I want to call this? Why don't we just call this the Jungle Shield? A shield made from mystical jungle wood and screw it. A shield made from just mystical jungle wood. That's fine. And that was going to have a defense value of not 86, 26. And the price on that is going to be 2,200. Okay. So this is cap mail. That is crafted heavy armor. Okay. So this is just going to be jungle armor. It is cap mail armor. 41 defense. Quite expensive at 4,000. A suit of armor made from mystical jungle wood. That's fine. These were all my cap mail helmets. We're definitely sort of running out of spaces for them. 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to be the jungle helmet, which is 3,000. 3,100. It is cap mail armor with a cost of 23. 4,000 caps, that's cheap. No, it is not. It is absolutely not cheap. A helmet made from mystical jungle wood. Okay. I believe that is all we really need to have sold here. Let's go ahead and at least set up our next tier of Dragon Claw and Dragon Armor. So we were adding 5. Then we added 7. Then we added 10. Then from 10 we added 13. From 13 we added a crap load. We added 14. So this time let's add 16. So the armor value will go up to 78. From this, it was plus 9, plus 11, plus 13, so plus 15, meaning the attack goes up to 68. And then the magic boost was plus 4, plus 6, plus 8, plus 10, plus 12. So this is plus 14. So this goes up to 57. So we can go ahead and future-proof this right now. I'm just going to asterisk it, so that I know it's not used yet. And we are going to increase its evasions. So we had slightly tougher scales, significantly tougher scales, far tougher scales. So this is going to be vastly tougher scales. With... Oh, wait, I think I already future-proofed it. Because that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh. Okay, I actually already future-proofed this. I believe... Let's check it out. Friendship Evos are extremely easy and very, very fast to do in Legend ZA, luckily. All you need to do is have the Pokemon on your team. Go to any bench, select Hang Out with your Pokemon, count to 10 slowly, like realistically give it like 10 to 15 seconds, then get off the bench, rinse and repeat. It will take you less than 3 minutes to get even a Pokemon like Baniri ready to evolve. I just want to double check that Ryu is currently at Scales and Armor plus 5 and not plus 6. No, they are at plus 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, okay, so they are at 6. So what the hell? 25, 35, 48, 62. So that's 6. So the armor's actually at plus 6 right now with 70 and 69. 69, 57. This should not be 70. This should have been like 80. This should have been like a straight plus 18. So Ryu's actually been wandering around with less good armor and stuff than they should have been. There we go. Which means that now we need the Dragon Scales plus 7, which are vastly tougher sales. Can sometimes evade. We will increase the evasion rate, not to 5, but down to 4. Quill, either you're tripping or your game is glitched since I have 7,589 caps and I recently just finished where you solve the teleporter. Okay. I mean, money is not an issue. Malter can literally generate infinite money. All it takes him is the time. And we are going to ramp that up all the way to 100. And the new weapon... So how is 4,000 not chump change? Because it isn't. I truly don't know how to impress upon you that I really do not care about the relative values. Like, look at me. At this part in the game, having just arrived in this village, I'm sitting on 1,200 or 12,953 bottle caps. Okay? So, let's just round that up. Let's say 13,000 bottle caps that I'm sitting on right at this point. Okay? How much would it be to actually buy everything? 3,500 for the bow. Okay, so right off the bat, that's going to take me down to 9,500. The jungle helmet, 3,100. We can just round that a little bit. Right down, that takes you down to 6,000. And the jungle armor, 4,000 for that, takes you down to 2,000. And that doesn't even leave you enough to buy a jungle shield. The money I am sitting on right now, having just played through the game, is not even enough to buy all the equipment currently available here. And that's before you even get into the issue of consumables. So playing through normally without exploiting Malter, I'd say that is a pretty good rate of money to have right here. So where was I with this? It was plus 13, plus 16. So this should be plus 19. So that's plus 19. 31 to 43 is plus 12. Plus 14, so plus 16. Would bring you up to 73 magic attack. So Dragon Claws plus 7, which are vastly tougher and sharper. Increased hit rate. Increased crit rate. 88 and 73. And this was actually supposed to be the 80. Okay. So there is our next position. Looks pretty good. Okay. We have finished making the thing. So the next thing we need to do is have a shopkeeper right here. So shopkeeper, and we go ahead and copy that event there. That should be the last thing I need to copy out of Act 2 today. So it's this one. Paste the event. This is for Batfolk Interior 2. So we will use the next Batfolk, which is this one. And just set up what they sell. So the Masterwork Batling, then they sell the Jungle Shield, and they sell the Jungle Armor, And they sell the jungle helmet. Almost level 10 and you are at 15. So is the XP need that great? I don't know. I'm really, really, really not worrying a great deal about the game balance. Although, the fact you're only at 10 and I am at 15... I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so you... do not have... Okay, your dialogue completely goes off the screen, which means that it is probably the same way in the Wallachia Inn. No, it's not. It's not because I wasn't using a face. Okay, that's fine. Good. Batfolk Village. And you are using Batfolk Face 4. We pride ourselves on our physical prowess. The weapons and armor of the Batfolk are second to none. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that is 2 shops. So design the inn shops for Batfolk Village. That has been good. Come up with numbers for jungle tier 1 items. While we are at it, we might as well come up with the numbers for the other things. So I would like to have like a magical knife for Thatcher. So let's have it go like all the way up to 40. But also provide a decent amount of magic. And we are going to preface these with an asterisk to show that they have not been used yet. As far as the lightweight armor, 32... and 20 look like okay numbers. The benches method does work. I can confirm it because I evolved multiple Pokemon using that, including a Baniri. If sitting on a bench and selecting hang out with Pokemon and then counting to 10 isn't working, then just count for 20 seconds. Every time you're repeating it, you're gaining some amount of happiness. But I do know that I took a freshly caught Baniri from freshly caught to being able to evolve using this method in less than 3 minutes. So the amount of gain is definitely significant enough that even Baniri, who famously hates you, is able to get enough to evolve. Okay. So that takes care of the next item on the to-do list. Now, let's have... Oh, whoops. I accidentally hit the hotkey that causes me to record. There we go. Fixed that. it still isn't happy enough to evolve. I don't think Tyrant and Amora are happiness evolutions. Unless I am misremembering. Yeah, Tyrant is literally level 39 and evolved during the day. Tyrant does not have a happiness evolution. And then Amora is level 39 or above at night. Those are the conditions. So we need an NPC who guides you toward the mountains. Let's have it be this one. Okay. And this person is going to say, after all the flooding, it is much harder to get to Pepsi Land than it used to be. You know, Quill, adding hints would be great. As you exclaim that in all caps, making me think that you are referring to something specific that you are upset about, and I have no idea what that might be. You're going to have to provide more context for your exclamations. It is much harder to get to Pepsi Land than it used to be. You cannot cross the swamps without... Hold on. How about until new bridges can be built over the swamps, you will need to cross... You will need a hook shot to get across, and then we will have it say... what exactly? Almost everything we know of as sodas are drinks that we would call a cola. A cola is a specific type of drink or something like that. You will need a hook shot to get across. One of our best miners went to the Swamp Mountain to get some more ore. I believe he took a hook. I believe he took a hook shot with him. One of our best miners went to Swamp Mountain to get some more ore. I believe he took a hook shot with him. Okay. So that NPC gives a bit of important information. And then we can have one more who sort of pushes you in that direction. Let's see. A couple months back, there was a lot of flooding, and many of the bridges in the swamps were destroyed or badly damaged. We are using hook shots to get around for now. If you ask around, I am sure you can find somebody who can lend you a hookshot. Okay, so that is 2 NPCs who are directing players to find a hookshot. One who explicitly tells you that you can go to the mountains. So that's pretty good. Boop. Okay. So I think that is sufficient for now. So we have the NPC Batfolk who leads you towards the mountains. And then when you are actually in the mountains, we move on to this guy. This is going to be the Batfolk NPC. So we need some kind... So this is going to be the trigger point for an event where you are going to meet Katasby. There isn't going to be a Coca-Cola land, or at least I'm not planning on one for right now. So we have a fight. Goodbye, Quail. Time for me to sleep. All right, Noob. Thank you for stopping by. Always good to have you. Let's turn the music back on. Alright. Give me 1 second just so I can stand up again. Whew. Stand up, hydrate, do what you need to do. Keep your health good. For my purposes, it's really just that this chair I've been using since my last one broke has been very uncomfortable to sit on for long periods of time. Okay. So what comes next? You get to this point. You see Katasby attacking this guy in a drug-fueled rage. You intervene. You fight Katasby. Katasby runs off. This guy gives you his hookshot in thanks, shows you how to use it, and then you're able to cross the swamp into Pepsi Land. To be honest, Mountain Dew Land would be a good name for a Wild West type area. Because Mountain Dew was a slang term for alcohol and prohibition. Was it? I've never heard that before. Okay. Hold on. Have a message from people asking me if I can do things right now. Because 6 years of running this channel and close to 2 years of consistent streaming has not been enough for people in my life to figure out that I have scheduled events. Let's see. Okay. So this is going to be Katasby. Who is just absolutely tweaked out. So, how do I want to, how do I want to present this? The reason I changed the friendship EV advos back to I think friendship evolution is a perfectly fine mechanic. I think people hate it because it doesn't let them get the Pokemon that they ideally want when they ideally want it. It's more involved than that. So we are going to need an enemy. We'll just copy a flesh spawn for the time being. It's tedious, that's why I hate it. So is leveling due to experience. But if you are efficient, you can pull off friendship evolutions faster. In general, I think. So we need our cat. We'll just call it Angry Cat on Drugs for the time being. And we will need a fight troop for the Angry Cat on Drugs. This is for the Katasby fight. That's fine. Get rid of that. Okay. That's fine. Blue hair. We don't even have the actor built yet. Oh, there is a lot of work to be done there. Whatever. That's That's good enough for now. Okay. So you come here and player gets an exclamation. We have a line of text. We hear this guy yelling. The player who is starting from here needs to move down, down, right, turn down. Okay. Then Thatcher can be like, what's going on? And both of the characters turn up. And this guy says, come on, brain. Come on. Focus. It's Katasby. He's been in the catnip again. He's gone berserk. Okay. And then they will face each other again. You can turn right. And you're going to give a few jumps. Not a move left, a turn left. You've got to help me. So the player's current position is right here. So you move down one space and fight. So the player can have an exclamation, then we move down, and then that triggers the battle with Katasby. Katasby turns up before the fight starts. You have a fight. Katasby does a few jumps and then turns on the through. So they need to jump down by 2. Right? 1, 2... And then 1, 2. One, 2. And then 6, and then they turn transparent. Katasby's a dude, yes. Okay. And then the player will get the silence icon. And the sweat icon. Okay. So we just keep everything after the first jump, and at that point the Batfolk turns down as well. And then the Batfolk turns left. And he'll say, "Thank you. It might have just saved my life." Okay. All right. Let's see how this all looks when we play it live. Okay, you've got... Why isn't that displaying as equipable by Malter? We'll have to investigate that. The NPCs are looking good. Okay. So we go here. No, say back. What's going on? It's Katasby. He's been in the catnip again. He's gone berserk. You've got to help me. You have the fight. Okay. Thank you. You might have just saved my life. Okay. You need to be a little less fast. All of that works, though. The player can move down a spot. Before the sound, we're going to play a sound effect. Okay. That is fine. Play another sound effect. We're just gonna wait like a half second in between these jumps. Okay. I think that works. Um... I am going to open up this lovely granola bar. Okay. That all works. So when the hook shot has been obtained, you're just gonna face that way. You don't have any page at all. Okay. You might have just saved my life. What was all that about? It's a long story. What are you doing here? And we can have Elena chime in. Be like, we are trying to find a way to cross the swamps and get to Pepsi Land. And this is where he can mention the hook shot. You'll be needing a hook shot to get across the swamps. I can lend you mine as way of thanks for driving off that mad beast. Okay. You received a hook shot. And add items. Hook shot. Come over here. I can show you how to use it. Okay. Then at that point, the Batfolk NPC, right. Right. Down, right, up. Okay, good. We do not wait for completion on that one. But we do have the player go as well from right here. One extra move right and then a turn down. We do wait on this one. Okay. Whoops. I don't know what I just did. I cut that, is what I just did. You see that pillar behind you? Those are hook shot targets. Anywhere you see a pillar that looks like that, you can face it from the other side of a gap or river. Or whatever else. And press the action button to use your hook shot. Give it a try. Okay, and then at that point, it will turn on the hook shot obtained switch. Excuse me. And best of luck to you. I'll be heading back to the village soon. Come by and I'd be happy to sell you some crafting items when I get back. Okay. Alright, let's test the entire event. I might have just knocked that out way faster than I thought I would. I mean, there aren't any enemies. I might as well just, like, properly enjoy this for a minute. And you can't actually see Katasby and the guy from anywhere at the entrance. That's good. You just slowly make your way up the mountain. This is the slime mimic. No, stay back. What's going on? It's Katasby. He's been in the catnip again. He's gone berserk. They've got to help me. Okay. We go and help. Okay, he runs away. Thank you. You might have just saved my life. What was all that about? It's a long story. What are you doing here? We're trying to find a way to cross the swamps and get to Pepsi Land. Ah, you'll be needing a hook shot to get across the swamps. I can lend you mine as way of thanks for driving off that mad beast. You received a hook shot. Come over here. I can show you how to use it. You see that pillar behind you? Those are hook shot targets. Anywhere you see a pillar that looks like that, you can face it from the other side of a gap or river or whatever else and press the action button to use your hook shot. Give it a try. It would be funnier if Malter screams, "Oh god, it's the Angie cat on drugs" before the battle. I don't know why he would scream that. He has no idea who that person is or what's going on. Okay, hookshot works. So before we do that, we need to have the player turn right. The player moves down. We don't really need to wait for that. I don't know why he would exclaim that. Like, he has no context for the understanding. Although I can do something with it. I can play with the idea even if I don't use the exact words you suggest. I can be like, look out. Those fat folk get real nasty when they've been into the drugs. We don't need the emphasis. Look out, those cat folk get real nasty when they've been into the drugs. Okay. There we go. I think that's it. I think that basically finishes all of that. Yeah, okay. So that is the Get the Hookshot event. So design the NPC interaction in the mountains to get the hookshot. That has been finished. Did I ever design a magic cat? I think I meant to design a magic cat, but I never actually got around to do it. What level does Vanilla should evolve on? I believe it's 48 or 49. Okay, so I guess we are doing this now. It says 47. Okay, then 47. Where is this? No, not that one. I need regular nature. All right. Let's load up GIMP. And see what we can do here. So now I need like someone with like a witch's hat. That might be... Actually, I think this one's better. Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, we need to extract the hat. Which is going to be a bit annoying. We really only need the central column to make this work. Let's crop this layer. Okay. So the goal here is to extract the hat. Okay. That looks fine. We need a select by color. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. That's definitely pretty close to the level of extraction that I'm actually looking for here. Okay. And move that here. Move that here. Okay, get rid of that. People always say that Unova Pokemon evolve very late. But I've also been of the opinion that with Gen 5, fights were taking less time. And in general, you were gaining experience at a faster rate. Such that while they definitely take longer to evolve by level, I truly believe that by time investment standards, Unova Pokemon are very, very much in line with older generations of Pokemon. At least that has always been my feeling on the matter. And I definitely seem to be in a minority with that opinion. As opposed to most other people who just say, oh, the number is bigger, therefore it takes longer to evolve. Okay, we have successfully extracted the hat. Whoops, nope, okay, don't crop image. We want to crop the layer to the content. Now we move on to the other part of this. Okay. So this can be the first encounter. With the cat. Can we get the grid on, please? Let's move this to... Oh, whoops. Reset. Horizontal, we want to go by 48 by 48 pixels. Let's view the grid. Perfect. Okay. So we want to make sure that our selection area is right within the grid lines. Okay. That side looks good. That side looks good. Top looks good. Okay. We are going to copy that. And then we're going to delete all that. And we are going to replace the replacement cat within the pixel boundary like that. Okay. Next, we want to invert the colors. Yeah, that doesn't work. I am absolute trash at color manipulation. I truly don't know how to make it a white cat. Hold on. Just playing around with the lightness of it works. That may be about as close as I can get to a white cat without just straight inverting the colors, which would look like absolute trash. Okay. So now the hard part. So first off, this entire thing needs to be scaled down by about 50%. Okay. Okay. And now I have to paste a bunch of wizard hats onto the cats, which is kind of weird. Okay, we are good. So let's move this over here. Okay. To be honest, that looks adorable. I'm really glad you think that. I really am. I have put a lot of work into trying to make this actually look like presentable, which is genuinely not easy to do when I'm having to make two cats and put wizard hats on them. I am no pixel artist, but I sure as hell know my way around Photoshop. And by Photoshop, I mean GIMP. Okay, and then delete that. And then we merge all of these layers down. Okay. Next part. Copy it like that. And next batch. This is actually turning out like so much better than I thought it would look. Like, this is actually adorable. This is really, really cute. I really like this. This was actually one of the big things that needed to be done for the project to make our villains for this part. Okay. For this layer, we are going to we just have to make copies of this hat. And this one is very, very easy to position. It's going to wobble a little bit when they walk. But if anything, that's probably just going to, you know, make it look cuter, I think. It'll probably be a little bit unnatural. But let's take a look. Here it is. This is about the size it's going to be appearing on the screen. That is the cat wearing a magic hat. So this is going to be magiccats.png. Okay. And moving back to this, we wanted magic cats on the mountain. This is a position where the player is going to have to step. And we are going to put the magic cat here. That does not sit as well on his head as I thought it would. Uh, hmm. Let's just put a magic cat right here. Let's not actually have it do it anything, but after you get the hook shot, it'll disappear. Alright. So let's go see how well that works. Okay. Okay, that works. I like that. So that is add a cat to the mountain, which we have now done. Perfect. Okay. That means we can move on to the next thing I wanted to do today. This is going to be the Pepsi Land Swamp. I'm probably not going to do like a lot on this one for today. Because again, since my chair broke and I'm using this new one, which is really not comfortable, it is kind of a problem. So I really don't want to sit here for too much longer. So what I'm going to do is use the solid green to mark the paths that have to be crossed with the hook shot. So we are going to have a number of locations that do and don't require hook shots. Okay. So this path can go here. This path can go here. This path can go here. One thing I want to do is make sure that there is a shortcut to actually get back to this location. So this this whole area is going to lead up to the north end of the swamp. And then there's going to be a path that has to be opened from the other side. You can't hook shot across it. But that is going to lead up to Pepsi HQ. Okay. So we'll have another hook shot location here, another hook shot location here. This is a dead end. This will actually be an alternate path connecting over here. This will be another area connecting here. Okay. And then this will go here, which connects like this, which connects over here. Which then connects over here. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here is the map of the swamp. So let's go ahead and fill these areas with water. And then a lot of the area beyond them is actually, you know what, this is gonna be a better choice. Okay. Just kind of like that. Okay. So it's all meant to be like a lot of riverlands. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. So there's the swamps. Um so now we need to add these. Just like that. Um, okay. Okay. That works for the basic map. Uh, so let's mark these areas a little bit more clearly. Here we go. Okay. And then if we go back to the bottom layer, damn it. Put these on the wrong layer. That is okay, though. And like that. Okay. There we go. So now we have clear visual indicators of where the actual crossing points are. So that works. So the next thing I need to do is place the actual pillars. You are able to walk behind that, right? No. Okay, well, that is going to be a problem. Okay. I think we need to make that passable from behind. So let's make sure that all of our connection points are valid. Oh. Okay. That goes here and connects here. And then down on the first layer to add some water. Okay. So this one connects to here. This one connects to there. This one connects to there. This one connects to there. This one is not lined up and does not actually have a connection point on the other side. This one connects to here. 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 Okay. So we have all of the connection points. So we turn this all into grass. Yeah, I think we're going to want these up on the higher layer. Just like that. And then layer 2 is going to be for a bunch of thick grass, just like that. Okay. Yep, just like that. And just like that. And just like this. Cole, I'm glad that you are doing so well with your Pokemon. Sounds like you are really knocking out that Pokedex. Okay. And this island here. Okay. Ugh. This really is such an uncomfortable chair. I can't wait till tomorrow when my replacement chair comes in. And also hope that that replacement chair is comfy. Okay. So there is the swamp. So the longest bit on the swamp is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces long. Oh. Whoops. Hold on. I accidentally took my my Act 3 placeholder and turned it into the swamp. Whoops. Okay. So again, we are going to need 6 hookshot parts. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. 6 hookshot parts is the maximum number I will need. So that's H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So that's H3, that's H4, that's H5, and that is H6. Okay. So there we go. The basic traversable layout for the Pepsi Land Swamp. And honestly, I think that's where I'm going to have to end it for today. My butt is very uncomfortable on this chair. I think I should go ahead and stop and move to a different chair. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be here again next week, Saturday. It's going to be the continuing Pokemon Nuzlocke Soul Silver. Sunday next week, we're going to be back here with the RPG Maker Community Project like normal. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all in the next one, and it is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.